If they really had love, they would've showed me. They hate what I'm doing now, they'll love to see the old me.
Javaris Jackson, JB, from Saginaw, Bridgeport. I play defensive tackle at Siena Heights. Trying to get it. Upbringing.
Early.
Oh, early. I ain't start playing ball until 8th grade, but I ain't really taking it serious. I'm from Harold, so I was with I went to Central.
Oh, yeah, child Central School.
Yeah, so
Sweet purple.
I was starting out. I was still trying to be in the streets and still try to play ball, but it wasn't working out like that. Friends started getting killed, going to jail, and that's when I went to a camp. Coach Jackson took me to a camp, and then I saw like the reaction coach was giving me, and I didn't even know like what I had. Then I started taking it serious and took off with it. Separated myself and got me where I needed to be. But upbringing though, my mom, my grandma, dad, everybody kind of kept me away from that as best they could.
Hard as you can. Target that hip flexion right here. Outside hip flexion. Switch it up. Yep.
Chest up.
Chest up, eyes up. Do that. When you talk about a play, that's a different ball game, man.
Where?
That's a different ball game.
Trainers like after they come back and play, like they don't be back. They like,
That motherfucker like, he's dead.
he's done. They like he's done for the season.
Better shut it down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure you want the resistance. Make sure you want the resistance. We do 5 resistance. 5.
I ain't worked out since I ain't been really. I just repaired my shoulder October 30th, and I've been out. I just got clear what you do, like normal activity and conditioning for real. Feels like I'm building back up in the weight room area, but I'll be back though. Better.
Question for you. Explain to some of the younger generation, up and coming stars, about, the grind. Explain to them, what all that entails.
Oh, like through like high school, like right now, like when
in season, off season.
Oh, it ain't really no off season. In school, when I was in high school, I didn't. If you ask any of my peers, I didn't party or nothing in high school because I knew where I wanted to go. So it's a day in and day out. It's gonna be times where that you working out by yourself, or you know what I'm saying. You got to go to a camp by yourself, or stay after practice by yourself. But it's just what you put in is what you get out. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not for the social media. Like you can't just post a picture or.
Yeah.
It's more than just posting a picture that you working out or whatever. But I got a little off subject, but you really just got to put in the work. And most importantly, the classroom. I struggle with that in high school because it's tough being an athlete and a student athlete at that. You know what I'm saying?
It's a balance.
It's a balance, man. It's cool. You can do your thing being an athlete, but when you add a student athlete, it can become challenging. That's something I struggle with, but
just to piggyback on that, just me being a coach, you kind of sit back and watch the kids and explain to them the importance of being a student athlete. You share some of your stories with some of the kids, and you try to get kids to go around the speed bump that you went through, in a sense. And, that's one thing when I came to Bridgeport, I harped on the kids about that. Hey, you shouldn't so and so, you shouldn't do this, you should do that, you know, because that comes with the territory, you know, especially, you know, like a lot of guys caught up with the girls and that type of stuff. I ain't saying, you know, turn your back to them, but still in a sense, you got to realize what's important for you at the end of the day. What's important for you.
I think that comes with just knowing when to separate yourself and knowing what you want for yourself.
And a lot of guys, you know, that I encountered, especially with JB, you know, he had always had his head on straight about that. You know, he was as he got later in his high school career, more so in the sophomore year, going into his junior season, he started taking it more serious, and started buckling down, especially in the classroom as well. You know, because the classroom that is a big tool. You know, a coach can't really shop around a kid with, you can have all the D1 time in the world, but you ain't got the grades, really can't sell you.
Yeah,
to be honest.
I've played with so many guys that could be possibly where I'm at, or even at bigger.
On a bigger stage.
On a bigger stage than where I played at, but it's just they didn't have the drive or the motivation or the grades
in the classroom. You know, the
get in the
mental aspect of the game.
You know what I'm saying? I almost fell victim to it, but luckily I always been the type of person to listen to older cats. If he can,
cats, man,
older
mentor
cats,
so
I look at it like if that person, if an older guy with more experience than me made it on that level and he might have slipped up and could have did this and could have did that, you can learn a lot from that. Even though they probably didn't reach the professional level, they've been where you're trying to go. So I don't really look at it as like a failure. Like you can learn anything from anybody.
I got the footage still. It's still on my IG to this day.
I was across the line when you was
not. That's why you pushed, because you lost. Come on, man, you a man now. Own up to it.
You sound like you a man now.
I took the L when it first happened. Mentally, I said, man, all right, I'll let you win.
It's on film, bro. Film don't lie.
Right. You was mad. Either me or you do it.
I and Scott don't lie.
Right. And you was mad because that I had you winning. That's all. Man, take your losses, man. You're a poor sport, JB. You're a poor sport, man.
You play my team.
No, never stop, never stop. Keep going, keep going. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I make easy boost moves in my Reeboks. It ain't gon' never stop. Tryna run $1 billion up until my ankle pop. Yeah. You get rich and have problems that you never thought. It bring tears, knowing we came up out the sandbox. Made it out of the trenches, it got harder for my niggas. I just wanna see my dog ball self-figure. I done got rich and encouraged me ever since I got successful. They end.
It's easier for you.
Tryna shake the double.
Get me free. But man, still, man, like I said, it's still zone read. You don't want to get too far upfield. String it out. String it out. So let's linebacker still. If you can make the tackle, make the tackle. But other than that, you get 5-6 yards upfield, now you create a run lane. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Doing my job.
Yep. Do your job. Trust everybody else gonna do theirs.
Well, 100 years ago. You alright? A lot of women in this group. Kick a little ass.
I have my fair share.
Have a good Christmas.
Yes, sir. You too. Appreciate it.
There you go.
Oh, we shout out to Coach Marshall, you feel me? Shout out to my mama, my pops, Coach T, Coach Sewell, you, my boy Dave behind the camera, my boys, 1K, you know. Shoot, everybody for real. If you with me, shout out to you. And shout out Lil Cuz K Reed. Can't forget about my little boy. Yeah, we good.